or the 14th of March, 2024. They at home that very day, and I saw that some military personnel, army, came to Okuoma. So they now welcome them. They say they want to walk around the community. They walk around the community. Say they want to go to the town hall. They have a peace talk. They now went to the town hall. They now entertained them as the military men. They welcomed them. So they were very happy when they see the entertainment. Then after that, when they say they want to take the community shaman and the secretary and some other leaders away, it is there they say they cannot be able to follow them. When the army changed mind suddenly and open fire right there in the community town hall, killed many of the youth, the women, and some other children.
More than 20 of them died instantly. Later they come out. When we say they will come back again. Begin the open fire. Then on the 15th of March 2024, they come back again, both the whole community. Both every house is when we say the Okuoma community. Some of us now, our children, we never see them. Our parents will never see them. Inside the bush now where we hide now, so dead body dead there. Now we they talk so.
Let's begin in Delta State. With more reactions that have trailed the killing of troops of the 181 Amphibious Battalion of the Nigerian Army who were on a peaceful mission in Okuoma, Delta State. On Monday, the Army debunked what they termed as media propaganda by those complicit in the dastardly act after reports began circulating that the military allegedly raised Okuoma community and opened fire, killing over 50 persons in reprisal attacks. The director of the Army's public relations, Okuoma Nwachukwu, in a statement, said the reports were a clear indication that the murder of the troops was a communally orchestrated attack against legitimate forces. The statement reads in part, "Regrettably, the community complicit in the dastardly act has resorted to media propaganda and shenanigans rather than engage in a positive effort to fish out the perpetrators of this heinous crime. This again is a clear indication that the murder of the troops was a communally orchestrated attack against legitimate forces. The falsehood being peddled by these criminals and their cohorts to whip up sentiments and sway the public to cover up and also support the outrageous criminal acts of their armed youth gang should be disregarded in its entirety. It is only a ridiculous attempt at justifying their crime." Well, in the meantime, a video of reported residents of Okuoma community who pled anonymity as they narrated their ordeal with the military has gone viral on social media. They spoke to Delta State Broadcast Television.
Or the 14th of March, 2024. They at home that very day, and I saw that some military personnel, army, came to Okuoma. So they now welcome them. They say they want to walk around the community. They walk around the community. Say they want to go to the town hall. They have a peace talk. They now went to the town hall. They now entertained them as the military men. They welcomed them. So they were very happy when they see the entertainment. Then after that, when they say they want to take the community shaman and the secretary and some other leaders away, it is there they say they cannot be able to follow them. When the army changed mind suddenly and open fire right there in the community town hall, killed many of the youth, the women, and some other children.
More than 20 of them died instantly. Later they come out. When we say they will come back again. Begin the open fire. Then on the 15th of March 2024, they come back again, both the whole community. Both every house is when we say the Okuoma community. Some of us now, our children, we never see them. Our parents will never see them. Inside the bush now where we hide now, so dead body dead there. Now we they talk so. So we won't make government come rescue us now.
All right, so that's the video that, the defense headquarters, is debunking. They also debunked the fact that they posted that video of the, community, the Okuoma community being razed down. They were, we read that tweet. They said that they did not post anything. But I also spoke with, our Delta State correspondent, Jemima Boloko, who said she's had a hard time to even go into that community because at this moment, the military have, carried off that area. They are blocking journalists from entering that community. But also in the meantime, the governor of Delta State, Sheriff Obowowori, on Monday visited Okuoma community in Ugeli, where the soldiers were killed to examine the extent of the damage from the fire that engulfed parts of the community. The military joint task force, however, barred journalists from covering the governor's tour. The JTF operative barricaded major roads leading to Okuoma with an armored tank preventing vehicular and human traffic. The governor was said to have met with the leader of the military joint task force, Major General Jamal Abdul Salam, in a closed-door meeting that lasted for an hour. This is so unfortunate that our journalists couldn't even go there. She did confirm that she tried and they did not let them in. Now, who is responsible for this crime? You heard that video, you heard some eyewitnesses there. Vimbai, really quickly.
OG, I think it becomes complicated when you're not allowing journalists and media into the space, because already there's a lot of conversations happening online about which images and which videos are authentic, which ones are fake, which ones. So it's very important to allow independent media in, let people in so that we can establish the facts and separate it from narratives that might be building on social media.
Absolutely.
Hey. Welcome back to my channel. So, I think everybody already knows the story now. They know the story about the 17 soldiers that were killed in Okuoma local government in Delta State. So, my take is different. If you see the video, everybody, our heart goes out to the families of the deceased soldiers. That's one. That's why I feel any sort of pity for. But to me, I think the story is lacking so many details. Like, one, why were they sent there for a peacekeeping? Doesn't make sense. Why you would send a lieutenant colonel, 2 majors, 1 captain to do what? What kind of peacekeeping is this? It doesn't make sense. To me, it's a bit of 2 majors, 1 lieutenant colonel. Peace talk, and they got murdered. Who murders soldiers in their community? Who will want to set up an ambush in their community, knowing fully well what the military will do afterwards? Doesn't make sense. Still doesn't make sense to me. I think there's more to the story. I would more lean towards the video reports, the audio, when we hear those people testify, where they say that they welcomed them, they gave them entertainment, and they were about to take their leaders, and they refused. And then somehow they opened fire and people died instantly. To me, that is justification to fight. You're not going to come to people's homes and try to kill them where they sit. They will fight for their lives. They're not sheep, they're not dogs. They will defend their homes with their lives. To me, that is where the story is lacking. There was no video footage of these things. The army doesn't have any buddy cam. They went there. So we need to see who ordered this peace talk. Who gave the order for them to go in there? Because they're talking about peacekeeping. I think that whole narrative is made up. Because the full army will be in big trouble if they went there for their own thing, went for peace talk. So, okay, let's agree with them. They went for peace talk. Not the police. Kind of weird, Meanwhile, we have 287 kids kidnapped. Well, you're sending a lieutenant colonel, 2 majors over here. not adding up at this time. Still doesn't add up to me. So you've gone in there and you were murdered. So was it just the 17 soldiers? Were there more than that? And a few of them escaped and came back and finished the entire village? Because the other lady said they came back again. So that's letting me know that a few of them might have escaped and came back with backup and burned and raced down the whole community before we even know it about it, before it hits the news. To me, I think that's what's happened here.
Well, I think it's very unfortunate. Originally, we were told 16 persons died, but yesterday when the defense headquarters released the pictures and the names, it turned out that about 17 soldiers were actually slain, including officers and men of the other ranks. These are men, who were serving their country, and then they had to fall, because they were attacked by the same persons they were supposed to, protect. There have been many sides to the narrative, but there can be no justification for people, killing their own soldiers. We have cited the case of Americans who respect the Marines so much because they respect the value of what they do. There are persons who have said, Nigerian soldiers are corrupt, Nigerian soldiers get involved in things that they should not get involved, but then that's no justification for them to be slaughtered in the manner in which this happened in Okuoma community. We hope that apart from publishing the names and the pictures, the defense headquarters, the Nigerian Army, has taken the necessary steps to first inform their families, and that every step will be taken to provide the support that their families will need. Definitely, it's a tragedy, and it's an attack on the Nigerian nation. It's an attack on the values that we all hold dear as one humanity. Now, we were told that the governor of Delta State has visited.
Yes.
And then we have two guests who were also saying the governor has a role to play. And I keep making the point that, in fact, what we have seen here also is a failure of leadership and the failure of the state. Because the conflict between Okuoma and Okoloba community is not something that happened overnight.
No, it's not new.
It has been there. They have been fighting over land. What did the governor do? Now that, the crisis has hit the roof, now the governor is going there on a tour. This is not about a tour. The main challenge in Delta State is how to find lasting peace from Ojinika's village to the end of the Focados River, to ensure that everybody can live in peace. And now we're told that journalists were not allowed to cover the visit of the governor. No, that is wrong. Journalists, the military may say, well, this is a crime scene. In fact, the whole of Nigeria itself is a crime scene. So it is wrong to disallow journalists from doing their job. Even in Afghanistan, journalists are covering the war. As tough as the situation is in Gaza, journalists are allowed to do their work, because journalists defend the right of societies and communities to know. The right to know is a fundamental universal human right. Article 19 of the 1949 Universal Declaration of Human Rights says that every human being shall have the freedom of access to information and the right to impart knowledge and disseminate information. Section 39 of the Nigerian Constitution, 1999, opposed the same principle. Section 22 of the same 1999 Constitution says that it is the responsibility of the media to hold the government accountable to the people. And in this particular instance, questions have been raised. And it is by journalists going to the scene and reporting every little detail of it that the propaganda that the military is complaining about, or the rumor mongering that has developed around the various narratives, will not be the case, because journalists will unearth the truth and report the matter. So stopping journalists from doing their work He said, no, no. And the military headquarters should desist from that.
Absolutely.
So Dr. Martin says there's no justification for, ending the lives of any military man or soldier. Listen, this same military people killed people or murdered people at Lekki Tollgate in Lagos and denied it and said nobody died. They were shooting in the air, even though we have footage of people being shot. We have video of it happening. They denied it. Up to a certain point, even after investigations and all of that went down. So there's the same military that will tell me a story and I will just run with it. They were ambushed. One of that one says is a communal, orchestrated attack. Ambush. The community will decide to orchestrate an ambush to murder 17 army men. That's impossible. That is impossible. Facts. You could quote me anywhere. No community in Nigeria, unless you are in the forest where you know that's not your home. You're somewhere else. You're somewhere in the middle of the jungle, maybe. But to tell me that in your village you have decided to ambush the military, the Nigerian army, knowing fully well that if they come back, they will decimate the place. But you decided to do that anyways. That makes me believe that these people have no option but to defend their lives and think about the consequences after. It's as simple as that. You shot people, killed people, instantly, the mom, the father of people, right there, community leaders, and you think people are not going to respond. For them to mutilate the bodies, according to them, the bodies were mutilated, heads chopped off. You realize how angry they need to be to do that. It's personal. When you start mutilating bodies, it's a personal thing at this point. I do not condone any violence. I do not support these people for murdering people. But you have to understand the kind of community and country we come from. The police are corrupt, army, even corrupt. And there's no integrity with these people. They will never tell the truth. They will lie about it. They'll cover their backside. So obviously they're covering their backsides. Everything is propaganda. Everything is fake news. But yet, press are not allowed in. The press is not allowed in. Governor has gone to see. Press is not allowed to follow the governor. Why? Because you're cleaning up bodies. 100%. They're cleaning up after themselves. They've destroyed that community. They've shot people dead, and they're just picking up the dead bodies. That is what they're doing. Cleaning up. Just like they did in Lekki Tollgate. No clean up. No trace. That's what they're good at. That is what they're good at. So unfortunately, that's the country we come from. That's how it's going to be. And eventually, we'll hear the stories. These people will come out. People will survive. We'll hear it. Trust me. It'll come out. But nothing is going to happen. Nobody's going to go to jail. People are not going to get fired. It's just going to be business as usual. And that's the end of it. It's going to be a song somewhere in the future. You know, that's what it is. Meanwhile, we forgot about the whole 287 kids that are still missing. And we pray for their safe return. But who knows when those ones are going to get back? 5 years from now? And who knows if they ever come back? Or the army is busy decimating innocent community. A community that they know they can decimate. But they got people in the forest, in the jungle, or wherever they are, that have actually kidnapped children. They're not going to be able to go there. They say the terrain is so difficult. But when you see an innocent community with old people, elders, children, you're going to go in there and decimate them, kill everybody, race the house, burn houses, civilians in a democracy in Nigeria, Nigerians. Regardless, you need to conduct investigations. You need to conduct investigations. Who killed who and find the perpetrators. That's how it's done. This is a lazy act. So all of these things have happened already before we found out about it. They've killed the military people. They've gone back. They've decimated the town before the press is even getting wind of it. So that community is already in the dust. Anyways, I'm going to leave it here today. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.